Okay, y'all, I'm probably finna have to go outside because my signal keep going in and out. So I'm finna go out the door. I'll be back. But I'm just walking to a little bench over here, and then I thought I seen somebody a fire, but I can't really see. I'm blind, and I don't have my glasses. I kind of don't. I don't have the money to afford glasses right now, so I don't have my glasses. So it is what it is. I cannot see that far. So, irregardless, I thought I saw a fire, but it was actually a barbecue. Name a car for edit. Impala. So, anyways, I'm here. I had to get it together, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Oh shit. But I am in the building. I wanted to start because I was watching one of the tarot readers that I actually like. Um, you know what I'm saying? And he kept saying that, oh, thank you. He kept saying how tired he was. And I'm not gonna act like I have not been feeling a little drained myself lately. So what I did was I went through my little book that I keep with all my flower petals and what they do and everything like that, and I looked up a few different herbs or flower petals that will help with fatigue. One of those is carnation leaf. It improves metabolism. It improves liver, heart, and brain function. No, not Mr. Beast. I don't is Mr. Beast a tarot reader? I don't know. I don't know what his name is. He always say your favorite uncle. That's all I know. He say your favorite uncle. That's it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't read people's names. I just listen to what they say. Because I found in the past when I try to give people shout outs for me like in their work, they take it like I'm trying to ride they fucking coattails. So I really don't, you know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to ride nobody wave. I just appreciate a good reader when they're good. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I'm not trying to ride nobody coattail. I don't read tarot on camera. I don't read tarot for people. I read tarot for myself. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that on this channel. I'm more focused on health and healing. I focus on things of that nature. So like I was saying, one of those herbs that you can use to help fight off fatigue is carnation leaf. You can make a tea out of it. You can steep it over some hot water or steep it in some hot water, strain it out, and just drink the tea. You know what I'm saying? So carnation leaf is one of those that works very well for fatigue. It breaks down toxins in the body. It improves blood circulation. It clears excess phlegm in the throat, nourishes and eases stomach cramps, promotes sweating. It can also be used to reduce fevers, boost energy levels, reduce stress levels, reduce inflammation and swelling, soothes the nervous system, which is a good one. Hey, how you doing, Nickelback Fred? It reduces stress levels, reduces inflammation and swelling, soothes the nervous system, relieves muscle tension and muscle cramps. It also helps with menopausal symptoms and motion sickness. Another one that I thought would be a good one to accompany that was, let me get to it because I got a whole thing here. Forget-me-nots. Forget-me-nots also calm the nerves, and they promote a restful sleep. So that's a good thing to accompany the carnation leaf. Forget-me-nots, carnation leaf, and the third one that I thought would be good to go with those two was marigold, which is also known as candula. It aids against trauma and nerves. It balances your sacral chakra, and it also increases your clairvoyance abilities and capabilities. So I thought those three would be good to help him. Hopefully he get to see this video. If he don't, then it is what it is. I'm not pressed about it, but I just be trying to help the way that I help. This is the way that I help. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think that they do herbal teas because they go into the store and they buy these prepackaged teas that have certain herbs in them. But if you're not using the real actual herbs, you're not getting the actual nutrition, like the nutrition from those herbs. So that's just something that, you could use. Also, another one that would be good to go with that is jasmine. So if y'all want to try all four of them, jasmine helps to boost dopamine and serotonin levels. So that's always a good thing to do that without actually having to use drugs. It boosts your brain power. It gives you a healthy, glowing skin. It fights against aging. It's an antioxidant. It helps aid against cancer, promotes a healthy gut, reduces tumor or cell growth size, and suppresses the spread of cancer cells. So I'm gonna rename those. We had carnation leaf, right? Yeah, carnation leaf, forget-me-not, marigold or candula, and jasmine, all of which you can purchase on Amazon. You can buy those flowers on Amazon. You can go to a flower store and buy those things. You know what I'm saying? It's good to use the actual flower itself, though, because as I stated before, those are going to actually give you the nutrients. When these people make teas, they don't really put the proper dosage into those tea bags. It's a certain level of dosage that you have to have. Like, you want at least 1 or 2 grams of each flower. Sea Buck has omega-7. Okay, Cameron, we appreciate the information. Mucina, purinas, aka fava beans, sea buck, thornberries, both fire. I need to check those out. Thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you for adding to the live in a positive manner. I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because he did seem like he was tired, and I've been feeling that energy myself. I've been feeling the heaviness of all this spiritual warfare. I think it was one of them that said, I was reading one that said that it actually gets rid of spirits. Like, shit. Which one was I reading that said that shit? Damn, I was reading one of them that said, hey, how you doing? good for Crohn's. Sweetie, I've never really dealt with Crohn's disease, so I would have to research those things in order to, you know, give you a proper remedy. I would have to read. He said 420. But yeah, I've never really dealt with Crohn's disease. I focus more on mental health and HIV prevention and maintenance and alternative treatments for things like that. I focus on the things that I've dealt with myself. I know when I got snatched off my medications, I had to use a lot of these flower petals in order to keep my yeah, cannabis helps. I had a good friend who had Crohn's. He enjoyed bud and mushrooms, microdoses. Mushrooms are good too. They are, but you do gotta microdose those. You don't want to do too many mushrooms. Definitely don't want to do that. Nonetheless, I focus more on mental health and HIV treatments and things of that nature, but I could research it and I put together like a little video of different foods and herbs that might help. I'm not a real big prescription pill taker type of person. But sometimes you have to take the prescriptions that you are being prescribed. In a lot of cases, you have to take those. And in some cases, you can actually find alternatives. You know what I'm saying? But I will do a little bit of research. I don't got my pen on me. I got a book but no pen. Damn. I always got one thing I need and the other thing I don't. Got a sanitizer, but I don't got my pen. It's crazy. Yeah, the way you get a nice host of benefits with minimize negatives like paranoia, but just a little so optimistic always. Yeah, you gotta be optimistic if you're doing mushrooms, because if you having a bad day and you fucking do mushrooms, you gonna have a bad trip. That's for damn sure. You're gonna definitely have a bad trip. It's not gonna be nice. But I came into doing this because I was snatched off my medications. I was snatched off my medicines. My mom, my husband got together and changed my insurance. So with that being said, I was snatched off my medications, my antivirals and my antidepressants. And I couldn't get them for like 10 months straight. I don't know what the fuck was going on in the city of Jacksonville, but for some reason in the city of Jacksonville, it was hard for me to get my medications. I think it was a conspiracy to make me go crazy because my family resides in Jacksonville. My aunt is an Eastern Star. I have family members that are Masons. My first husband's family members were Masons, and so on and so forth. My second husband actually worked on a boat in Alaska, like he was talking about earlier on that reading that he was doing. So I felt his pain a little bit, but it was one that I wanted to give him about the spirits, because he was saying something about spirits too, like certain oh, I think it's marigold, which is candula. Yeah, candula. Candula also increases beauty. It invokes the power of the sun. It offers household protection. It clears negativity from spaces and prevents spiritual intruders. So, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I hope he has a chance to look into. So, like I said, I had carnation leaf, forget-me-nots, marigold, and what the fuck was the other one? Oh, jasmine. Right. Okay, thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it, sweetie. But nonetheless, those are some herbs or flower petals that you can use to help when you under spiritual attack, because you know, having spiritual gifts comes with being spiritually attacked. Some people are spiritually attacked and they don't know that they have those gifts until they become a victim of being spiritually attacked. And I just figured out a way to make it light work. Like, it's light work. I know people like to use sage and Palo Santos, but this is what is being attacked. Your vessel is what's being attacked. So you got to protect your vessel. You know what I mean? You got to protect your vessel by putting things into your vessel that are going to heighten your vessel's ability to defend itself. So some of these things actually help. Hey, Poland, shout out to Poland in the building. Nice, twisting the Rubik's Cube into alignment. Right. Twisting the Rubik's Cube into alignment. But yeah, that's how I got into that. I got into it because I wanted to be able to heal myself without having to go to a doctor to do so. And I knew that I was being attacked in the spiritual as well as in the physical. And because of that, I knew that a doctor was only going to prescribe me medications to deal with the physical attacks, or to deal with my mind not actually picking up on those physical attacks. See, antidepressants and antipsychotropics, or psychotropics and antidepressants. Am I saying that right? Psychotropics and antidepressants. Yeah. When doctors prescribe those things, they keep you kind of disconnected. I would say they're disconnected because it kind of blocks your gifts. It blocks the certain part of the brain that picks up on spiritual warfare. It blocks your ability to actually see through the veil. And a lot of people don't realize that those medications for, you know, mental disease or anxiety and depression and so on and so forth, those medications help in some cases, but in most cases they just leave you feeling very disconnected from your own vessel. So, you know, that's a thing. But I just wanted to put that out there. I really didn't have too much to say about it. I really didn't. I just wanted to put that out there because I've been feeling it too, and I thought maybe I could help in the way that I help. I don't read tarot cards for people because people are weird. And when you expose certain things, they feel like you putting a business out there on the spot. Or they feel like you're summoning demons on them. And I ain't got time for that shit. I don't got time to explain to somebody that this is what the cards is telling me and this is what I'm seeing with my intuition. I don't have time for that shit. So I don't do that. I focus on healing and helping people to prepare their vessels to navigate the spiritual attacks. It's just the way that God set me up. The way that God, hey James, how you doing, sweetie? It's the way that God set me up. The way that God showed me to navigate those spiritual attacks was by using the flowers and the herbs that was around me and using the things that was in nature to prepare my vessel to actually be able to fight off those attacks. And, you know, disease is a form of spiritual warfare because as above, so below. You know what I mean? And if mentally you have some deficiency, or if mentally you are incompetent in certain areas, it will manifest into your physical vessel. And you will start to have sickness and disease because of those things. And it's all about what we're putting into our bodies. It's all about the things that we are allowing into our environment. This is our environment. Like most people, when they think of their environment, they think of like what's around them. But it kind of, the piggyback off of what he was saying in the read, it was more so, this is your vessel. Like, this is your vessel. And your spirit is housed in your vessel. And with your spirit being housed in your vessel, you know what I'm saying? Your environment is really your vessel. So you have to arm yourself properly. It is what it is, man. I've been through a lot of shit. And I'm thankful and grateful for the things that I've been through, but I wouldn't wish what I've been through on any motherfucker in this world. Even outside this world. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Not one soul in the universe would I wish what I've been through on. Not even the person who did it to me. Because I don't know if anybody else is strong enough to deal with what I've been through. I don't know if anybody else would have actually survived what I've survived. The level of attacks. The level of betrayal. The level of torture. You know what I mean? It's just, it's disheartening to know that people are this sick and twisted in this world, and to know that people who are very educated, who have good careers, and are so-called upstanding members of society are doing these type of criminal acts against their own fellow human beings. Like, it would have never crossed my mind. My mother had HIV since 2013. It would have never crossed my mind to purposely infect anyone with HIV. That shit would never cross my mind. It never crossed my mind. Even when I got the diagnosis that I was HIV positive, I didn't think. The first thought was I got it from somebody I was sleeping with. I never thought until I came across that paperwork that, you know, somebody had purposely infected me with a needle. Like, I never thought that a medical provider had purposely infected me with HIV. I never thought that. Thank you, Soleiman. Right. Right. Miss Martinez strikes again. That shit be funny to me. It's funny at this point. I mean, my channel is very small. Like, really, I don't even have 2,000 subscribers. And I've been attempting to grow my channel for some time. Like, I put music on my channel. I put videos about health and healing. A lot of the videos that deal with the natural remedies that I've made are, you have to be a member in order to see those videos, which means you have to pay for a membership. I felt like that was only right because I don't ask people to pay me for my natural remedies. Like, I don't ask people to pay me for those things. But I do feel as though I should be compensated for my knowledge and for the information that I'm offering. And I felt like, hey, if a person subscribed to the membership, then they can see all of the videos on all of the different natural remedies that I make, and that, you know, I tell you how to make yourself. Like, I show you how to make them. On all the videos that I have for my natural remedies, I show people how to make them. I show people how to do the teas. Like, I got over 1,200 videos on my channel where I have various different forms of content. And, you know, like, I ain't no cult rider, but I do like to give credit where credit is due. So if I've ever said a person's name in a video, it's because I admire their work. But sometimes people get the big head and people get to thinking like, oh, you trying to copy my swag, bitch. Nothing under the sun is new. Like, real shit. Nothing under the sun is new. So nothing really truly belongs to any one of us. You see what I'm saying? These are things that God gifted us with. These are abilities that God gifted us with. This is knowledge and information that comes from ancient beings that we don't even know exist. So whose knowledge is it really? Whose message is it really? Because at the end of the day, it's not my message. I'm just a vessel being used by the Most High God. And my particular area of expertise is researching information, compiling and analyzing data, and putting that data into action, making it applicable. Because there are a bunch of people that will tell you, oh, use cinnamon, use mint, use lavender. Sweetie, in the world of herbs and herbal medicine, that's basic. Cinnamon, lavender, and mint is basic. In the world of herbal medicine, those are basic tools that we use. There are various flowers in this world. Like, I came here to Tampa and I started seeing all type of flowers that I had never seen in Jacksonville. And I started researching those because I'm like, hey, you know, I like to use what's in my environment. I like to use what's readily available to me. And a lot of these flowers I've never seen, so I start researching them. Because that's what I do. You know what I mean? And I learned how to work with those. I read them and I figure out, like, what are they good for? What are they better used as? Okay, I like that. Sarah Elk Haley. Elk Haldy. Can I be a mod, love? No, I already got a mod. She's doing a damn good job. I don't like to just make people mods because people be trolling. I've had mods that were trolls. I've had mods that, you know, I thought were cool, and I would, you know, reach out to them as far as like on my phone. And then next thing you know, I would be getting calls from random ass people. You know what I'm saying? After I be done gave these people my number. So with that being said, I don't need no more mods. I think that Miss Cheryl Martinez is doing a wonderful job. And I got other mods and they do a wonderful job. You can't make everybody a moderator. You can't. You gotta fill a person out before you start making them a moderator. Is the talent of my dad my clue shown? What? It is love, sweetie. It is. It's not, you know, like, it ain't no pressure. It ain't never no pressure. I just have had people do some weird ass shit. I had a moderator in the building the other day that was halfway hating on me. And that's why I'm so weary about people, because I've had people in my life do some weird ass shit. And it's not putting that off on you. Like, I'm not putting it off on you, sweetie. Am I Muslim? I don't believe in organized religion, sweetie. I believe in spirituality. I am a spiritualist. I am a herbal healer. I am a medicine woman. You ever seen a medicine woman in the church? That don't go together, does it? You see what I'm saying? Medicine women and medicine men, you don't see them in the church. They're performing rituals and saving people from spiritual warfare. Well, if you believe that Islam is the truth, then, sweetie, more power to you. I'm not going to debate that with you. I'm not here to debate about religion. That's not what this is about. I have a lot to do in music, as he just told you. I do music too. So that's what's up. I make my own beats. I produce my own music. So shout out to whoever you are, sweetie, in the music industry. Larry Jean, shout out to you. Well, thank you for your respect. I appreciate that. Because respect is very hard to come by in this world. So thank you for that. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's been in the live and been in the chat. You know, I know we only got 2 people in the building right now, but, you know, I appreciate everybody who's commented and everybody who's had something positive to add. I appreciate everybody, you know, showing their support and their love. Like, it took me a while to get here. Like, I've had a lot of people that were supposed to be my friends and my family come onto my live under different names and, you know, bogus ass names and bogus ass fake pages saying fuck shit about me. And then sitting in my face laughing and skinning and grinning, watching me mentally agonize over the negative comments. And like I said before, if I would have gave up, I wouldn't have made it this far. I wouldn't have at least made it to the 1,800 subscribers that I do have. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have made it to the point that, well, I made it to 4,000 watch hours. I had a lot of people who I was clapping for talk shit about me. A lot of tarot readers that I was clapping for talk shit about me. Some of which I actually supported with donations. And then they would talk shit about me. And I'm thinking like it's all love, and it's not all love. The spiritual community is tainted just like every other community. But I learned how to fly above that shit. I learned how to navigate by using herbal remedies. That's the only thing that saved my life. If I didn't know how to make herbal remedies, if I didn't know how to make supplements and mix supplements and formulate my own supplemental formulas, if I didn't know how to do these things, making spiritual baths and making spiritual teas in order to protect myself and defend myself and to heighten my own vessel's ability to defend itself, I probably would be dead in the street somewhere. Real shit. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. You're not finna cry, Jessica. But it's a lot of people wanted me dead. A lot of people. Damn near every person I ever knew in my life wanted me dead because it was financially beneficial for them for me to die. And now they're scrambling around like fucking roaches trying to figure out how to keep their hooks in me because somehow, some way, I keep evading their attacks. And the only thing that I can chalk it up to is me using these herbs in order to prepare my vessel to defend itself. Because I move and I don't even think. Like, I don't question it. If I'm told, the spirit tell me to move, I move. And that has been my saving grace. And using these herbs and flowers and supplements have gifted me the ability to hear spirit when spirit is speaking. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you. Miss Cheryl Martinez moderating in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I just try to share some of the information that I have. And the reason why I made my herbal remedies members only is because I have had numerous amount of family members, friends, and associates attempt to steal these herbal remedies from me. And I was homeless. Like, I'm dealing and facing homelessness and you're stealing from me. Like, how low can you motherfucking go? You know what I mean? Like, how low can you go? I'm literally broker than a motherfucker facing homelessness, and I'm not asking nobody for shit, but you trying to steal from me. Like, where they do that shit at? And where do you justify that type of shit at? You know what I mean? How do you justify that type of shit? How do you justify being an evil-ass, vindictive human being? Or how do you justify not doing the work, sitting back and making it difficult for someone who is trying to do the work and watching them remain consistent with doing the work even under the spiritual attacks that you are spearheading against them? And then when they still come up with something that's worth anything or valuable, you want to steal that from them so you can make money off of it because you've spent all your resources spiritually attacking them and you feel like they owe you something. That shit is crazy. Like, you think I owe you something because you wasted your entire life, your entire savings, your entire being on attempting to spiritually destroy me. And now you think I owe you something because none of your spiritual attacks worked. You know who owes you something, sweetie? You. You owe yourself something. That practitioner that told you that that shit was possible owes you something. You know what I mean? I don't owe you shit. I owed it to myself in order to do the work, and I should see and reap the benefits of the work that I put in. And it's not wrong for me to want to get paid for the knowledge that I'm actually providing people with that could actually help save their life. Am I wrong for wanting to be compensated for my time and my energy when it's become not only beneficial to myself, but it's also beneficial to others? I should be compensated for that. It's not like I'm begging. It's a fair exchange. It's a fair exchange, sweetie. Like, if I'm giving you something that's beneficial for you and your future generations, because if I give you a herbal remedy, you can use that herbal remedy over and over and over and over and over and over again. But you only gonna pay for it one time. But people don't even want to do that. They don't even want to do that. And I'm okay with it. Like, I know that God is going to compensate me. That's what I really be sitting back thinking to myself. One day, God is going to make it all worth it. One day, if I just keep doing the work and I keep putting one foot in front of the other, God is going to make it worth it for me to have spent my entire life figuring out how to combine herbs and flowers and supplements in order to prepare and equip my vessel to fight off all of these attacks, because they are attacking us on the physical realm, they are attacking us mentally, they are attacking us emotionally, and they are attacking us spiritually. And with all of that going on a daily basis, people still haven't changed the way that they're eating, and they wonder why they're so susceptible to these attacks. You got to change the way that you eat. You got to change your diet. You got to change your lifestyle. Being a medicine woman is not a trend. It's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a trend. It's not for popularity. It's a lifestyle. Every day I wake up, I make tea. Every day I wake up, I research some new herbs or new flowers that I've come into contact with. Every day I wake up and I try to figure out how to use these flowers and these trees and these plants that are around me in order to sustain myself through all of the attacks. And I've actually done a damn good job, because I was supposed to be dead in the streets. That was my mother's plan for me. That was my family's plan for me. That was my friends' plan for me, to leave me dead in the streets while they walked away with whatever money that was actually left to me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of the times I knew what was going on, but if it wasn't for the tarot readers, you know, giving me those confirmation reads, I would have never believed that I wasn't going crazy. You know what I mean? Because at first, I initially thought I was fucking crazy. I was going crazy. That's what I thought. I was going crazy. Like, I'm tripping. Everybody can't be against me. You know what I mean? Like, everybody can't be against me. But when you sitting there and somebody that don't know you is miles away from you and you ain't never met them, and they read in your life off some tarot cards, you can't help but be convinced that what you thinking and what you feeling and what you believe is actually occurring When somebody you don't know is telling you, hey man, this person doing this person doing that, and you already had the inkling, like, damn, I think, is this motherfucker moving funny? Like, if you get that feeling in your gut, like, this motherfucker moving funny, pay attention. Because if you think it, 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. So, I don't throw shade to the tarot readers. I appreciate the tarot readers for, confirming the things that I already knew but didn't want to face. I didn't want to face that my mother was attacking me. But I had to face the truth. I had to face the reality of what was going on in my life. They were harvesting my energy. And now I can't unsee it. And it makes me look at the world completely different. Like, no shade to anybody who's a parent, but because of what I faced and because of what I've been through with my own mother and father, I look at parenting in a different light. And I realize that parents are our first superheroes. Parents are the ones that we look up to when we're unable to protect and defend ourselves. And when you get to a certain age and the veil is lifted and you see your parent for who they truly are, it can shatter your entire world. And that's why it's so important that we equipped our children with the proper knowledge on how to protect and defend themselves in this world. Because even though as children we look to our parents as superheroes, we forget that they're just human. We're all human. We're all human. And sometimes in life you make choices that either way you go is not a good choice. You know what I mean? Like, you are faced when you come to that fork in the road and either option leads you to some fuck shit. How can you really make a good choice? You know what I mean? Like, how do you make a proper choice when you are just figuring these things out yourself? And I don't know. I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Who knows? I just know that parents play a pivotal role in our society's development. And because of that, I think parenting should be taken a little more seriously than it is. And I think that people should properly develop themselves before bringing children into this world, because it's important. You know, I got some clothes in the laundry, so I'm gonna go pull my clothes out the laundry. It's starting to rain a little bit too, so I'm gonna end this live. But thank you for moderating, Miss Cheryl Martinez. I appreciate you, and shout out to everybody that was in the live. Y'all know it don't take nothing to hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button. So if you was in the live and you was in the chat and you ain't did that, what the fuck are you doing? You know? Nonetheless, if you is vibing with your girl, you digging the content, or you just feel like you know a friend that could use this message, please feel free and share the live, sweetie. And I'll get back at y'all a little bit later. I want to get out this rain and go get these clothes from out the dryer. So I'll be back.